Morning, Mark.
Good morning.
So you've obviously no midweek game this week, so you've had a week in the training ground. Has that been helpful in terms of getting your sort of new squad to know each other?
Every training session that they do obviously brings them closer together, or you'd think a little bit more understanding, but they're in a good place in terms of where they were before last weekend's game to where they are now. Obviously, they've got a win under the belts. They've won together. That's always a good feeling, and you can move forward in that sense. Training's always good anyway. There's different emphasis for different things, and yesterday's was particularly good. So, yeah, we're in good spirits. But obviously, it's a tough place to go. Swansea all the time, and obviously there's been a change of leadership there, and a little bit of a change in style, but not too much, not too dissimilar. But like I say, they've got some good players there, and we know in the past couple of seasons it's been a tough place to go. 0-0 last season, and it could have gone either way, the game. So it'll be a tough game, but all games are in the Championship.
Yeah, you mentioned change of manager, so you expect them to be a little bit different than last season?
They are a little bit different, but they've still got the bulk of the same players. They've brought in Jerry Yates and one or two other players, in fairness, but they've brought in Jerry Yates who will fight and scrap and try and run in behind, and Joel Latibeaudiere still there, and for me he's one of the top players in the division. So they've done well to hold on to him, and like I say, that they've got some talent throughout. Matt Grimes, really good player from the deeper position in midfield, and yeah, I think they've got some good players who know this system really well. They will change and can flip to a different formation. They went to a back four last season. They've done similarly this season already. So it's a good game. Always a good game against them because they've got some really good footballers, and yeah, like I say, tactically it'll be really interesting.
Yeah, so tactically from your point of view as well. I mean, away from home, particularly last season, you often play with one up top. You've got sort of two high-profile strikers you've signed now, along with Matty Godden. Do you see yourself doing that a little bit less often this season, perhaps?
You have to wait and see, Clive. I think really you take the games on the merits, and obviously you've got various factors throughout the season that determine which players you go with, what maybe type of tactics you might want to use or consider, and then obviously we've got another game plan for each individual game. It just depends on what you're coming up against, and each game's totally different because you're playing against different players. But essentially, it's about us and how we try and get better, and how we try and develop our football, both in and out of possession. It's no different really for anybody else, and a lot of teams have added different players, and in terms of significant numbers, and we're no different to that.
And one of your signs, of course, has you right. Seems to have hit the ground running, hasn't he? He got the goal. He was unlucky not to score against Leicester. I mean, that must be great when you sort of start strikers scoring goals or coming close.
Well, your words, not mine. I think you look at players and they're all the same. They're all the same. We want them to flourish and we want them to thrive in the team. Hadji's the same as any of the others. They're all striving to try and hit form and hit the ground running, as you've said. In terms of his contributions, they've been significant in the games that he's played. In the parts of the games that he's played, and hopefully that can continue on that upward trajectory. So, we've got that, and with Ellis and Matty, we've got some talented players there. I think sometimes it just takes that little bit longer to click, and with some. But you're right. I mean, Hadji's first contribution at Leicester, obviously, almost scored what could have been the winning goal down there, and then contributed to a penalty and numerous opportunities at Wimbledon, and then scores his first goal last week against Middlesbrough. So you look, he is finding his feet. He's trying to sort of settle in a new area, and he's got a young family. So You know, that's he's got it all going on at the moment. So once those things settle down and it becomes normal, then for everybody it will be better.
How are you finding it so far at Coventry City?
Yeah, the boys have welcomed me well. The staff are all great, and yeah, I'm settling in well, thank you.
And lots of new players. Is that good in a way? That there's lots of you sort of settling at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. I think it shows as well. It brings some freshness to the club, to the squad, and it just shows the club's ambitions as well, bringing in new talent.
And this fixture, of course, this one's going to be special for you. It's come pretty early in the season. Your return to Swansea.
Yeah, I remember seeing it when the fixtures came out. But yeah, I'm excited to go back there. I'm excited to go and go get some more points on the table as well. So yeah.
What sort of reception do you expect to get from the Swansea fans?
Well, I'm hoping a good one. I don't quite know yet. But yeah, hopefully it's a good one. But I know all the Cov fans will be there as well. So I'm sure they'll be loud as ever. And yeah, it'll be a good atmosphere.
So just a final thought from me. Coventry City haven't won a league match in Swansea since 1950, so a chance for your squad to make a bit of history.
Well, could change tomorrow. Who knows? You know, I think that's always the aim. But you know, like I say, people like yourself, Clive, who are doing their work and covering and doing the due diligence on things, and seem to put these mental obstacles in people's paths. If you let it be. Or we just get on with it and turn up, and hopefully we can put in a really good performance. We'll need to if we're going to get something from there. If we can get a win, if we can get 3 points, brilliant. And that will be the aim.